He was a young whiz kid winning races in sprint cars at the age of 13. He rose to become a national champion with USAC at just 21 years of age. He came home to win the Chili Bowl in what he would describe as one of the most exciting accomplishments of his life. Bryan Clauson was a champion. He was an ambassador. He was a friend. His death in a racing crash last August sent waves of grief throughout the racing community and brought a hushed pause to even his toughest competitors. Bryan grew up in California, but at a young age he relocated with his family to Indiana to pursue his dream of racing sprint cars. He had big ambitions, NASCAR or maybe Indy cars. It was evident early on that those dreams were not just a silly fantasy. Bryan was an immediate winner, and it wasn't long before he moved to stock cars, and he won there as well. Then he inspired all of us when he made it to Indianapolis, eventually making 3 starts at the 500. But I believe Bryan's most defining moment came here at the Chili Bowl. At his heart, he loved midget racing, and there is no race in the world more hotly contested and more difficult to win than the Chili Bowl. He wanted to win a Golden Driller not because it was easy, he wanted it because it was hard. Then came that magical night in 2014 that will live forever in the hearts of Chili Bowl fans. Bryan beat the best of the best that night, finally breaking a 5-year streak of dominance by Sammy and Kevin Swindell. As he climbed from his car, the emotion of the moment was evident on his face. This night and this race was forever. Bryan could be intense, and at times it was strictly business. But most of the time, he was just that happy, easygoing young guy who made friends easily and loved hanging out with racing people. We miss him, and we always will. But Bryan leaves a great legacy, and it's impossible to measure the number of people he touched and inspired along the way. His passion for racing was enormous, and that was his connection to thousands of fans and friends. I will remember Bryan for 2 things: his terrific talent behind the wheel of a race car, and for his powerful love of competition. Oh, and one more thing. That familiar smile, the smile he showed us time after time after he parked it in Victory Lane. That's what I'll remember about Bryan.